Righto ladies, cast number 5 it is today, and we've got a game on Tournament Arena, and we have ECLIPSE versus ILUV GDI Scrin respectively. Only a short game today, I think it's only about 10 minutes, but requested via PM to me, so guess I'm obliged to do it, I guess. No doubt we're going to see some observers, actually a crane. That is not what I was expecting, that's coming from ILUV. But ECLIPSE just going for the surveyor, or outpost it is called for GDI, and, you know, just engineer some riflemen to defend them, and dandy times. Surprised why he actually went for a foundry. Not really actually right, Joshi would love that. Not sure why. I mean, no one ever does that anymore. I mean, it's probably much more beneficiary going for that outpost or surveyor or explorer, I think it's called for screen. But we can actually see ILUV, he's gone for a disintegrator squad, so he's going to try and get that to destroy this outpost over here, which would then put ECLIPSE, you know, a wee bit behind, but he'd still be able to manage, I believe. But we've got some resistance here, 2 riflemen coming in, and they completely take down that disintegrator squad. Actually, they got 1 little dude left. The buzzer actually rips through, but it's going to go down since there's a whole full health rifleman standing there. And this disintegrator is just going to get eaten in the face by bullets. Now there's just 2 extractors down. The MCV, or the drone platform I should say, is actually just moving to the blue, and a war factory goes up instantaneously. And I can actually see units moving across the field. 2 peoples it is coming for the base of ILUV. They're going to try and do some harassments, but I really think you need more than just 2 peoples to sort of do some harassment. 2 is going to take quite a while to do damage. Peoples, you know, peoples in general don't really do that much damage, but they're actually going to attack the foundry here. They are actually doing significant damage to it, but look how fast that foundry heals. It's going to take quite a while for the peoples to take down, and I guess a couple of Seekers will probably just pop out here, or maybe a Barracks will come up with a disintegrator squad on there. There's actually 3 riflemen joining the party, and believe it or not, they're actually going to do quite a bit of damage, but down goes a buzzer hive. They're going to take out those infantry very easily, and there is the portal, and disintegrator squad going to jump out of that any second now. Pipples realise that, oh shit, we're in danger, and they run straight off, and here we go. We can see the Seeker coming down here, but he just keeps going because he actually misses the Pipples, and there it is. There is the refinery at the 3rd expansion, so we're on 3 bases already, only about 3 or 4 minutes into the game. So very good work with economy-wise from ILUV. It looks like the exact same is happening with ECLIPSE, but ECLIPSE looks like he may actually be a wee bit ahead. He's got quite a few, well, 3 halves on this main field, 3 on the bottom, and just 2 at the top. And if we take a look at ILUV, he's got virtually the same thing going, except he's only got 1, or 2, sorry, on this middle field. Now, if we come and look down here, Pikilla, or ILUV, sorry. Why did I say Pikilla? I must be thinking of a different replay. He has Seekers and Disintegrators coming down here to attack the bottom expansion, and this may go down this harvester, but no, I actually think it will be safe. We got Predators and Pipples coming in to reinforce. So we've actually got a status shield on the refinery and the war factory over on this side in the middle expansion. That's going to put a halt to his production for a while, but he's chucked up another war factory. He's got 1 refinery there next to the war factory accompanying it as well, and the lightning spike at the bottom expansion will go down as well. It's a very nice sort of base crawl he's got here, very continuous base that's coming straight through. And if we take a look at ILUV, he's actually massing some Devourers, and he's also got the same situation going on here, but he's only got the 1 war factory in the middle, but he has got a war factory at his top expansion. He's also got the tier 3 up there, so he may have switched from Devourers to tripods. Wouldn't surprise me, and probably the better idea, because tripods are, of course, better at doing the job than Devourers are. We can actually see ECLIPSE, he's coming in for the attack here. We're going to see Devourers are shooting him up. 1 tank goes down. The second one will go down momentarily. A 3rd one goes down. And these Devourers are just absolutely ripping into the forces of ECLIPSE. ECLIPSE absolutely stood no chance in that. I don't even know why he even tried. As soon as he saw the Devourers, he should have backed right off. You can see a couple of Devastator warships coming out and 2 tripods coming out as well. So not looking so good for ECLIPSE. He has got quite a few Predator tanks there, but these air units are going to, you know, they're going to be pretty damn hard for him to deal with, especially since Devastator warships absolutely just you know, they take buildings out in a matter of volleys. I mean, 1-2 volleys, and I must say they aren't so bad against tanks as well. They are sort of all-round units. They absolutely demolish infantry, absolutely demolish structures. Not the best against tanks, but they, you know, they can still do the job as you know, as a support unit. And if we have a look here, we've got charged. Devourer shooting their lasers. We've got 3 tripods coming out as well. These tripods should start marching forward, trying to squash some tanks, forcing them to retreat as well. Possibly getting a few EMPs on there. We're actually going to see 2 portals come down. They're going to start pumping out disintegrators like absolute mad, hopefully. There's the first disintegrators. A Predator actually running them over, so they're going to get damage from the exploding disintegrators. And we can actually see these 3 Devastator warships are actually just moving straight into the base of Eclipse, trying to do as much damage as they can. You can actually see Orcas out on the field. They're going to be very, very vital in taking down these tripods. They could possibly just be used to take out some harvesters in the process, but it looks as though Eclipse is actually just going to retreat. I think he could probably continue pushing here, but that's about 6 or 8 barracks is coming down. I'm not sure the exact amount. 6 or 8 barracks has come down in the last about 30 seconds to try and defend this. So ILUV is putting the pressure on Eclipse very, very much, actually forcing him to retreat. And there's the tier 3 coming out as well. That upgrade right there is no doubt going to be railguns, which is absolutely vital for any GDI player if he's going to be spamming some sort of tanks. And if you're going to be spamming tanks as GDI, it's only ever going to be Predators or Mammoths. We can actually see ILUV, he's going to be constantly making status chambers they are? Yeah, status chambers, and selling them off to get that free shock trooper from them. Now he's actually going to be starting to move up. He's got 6 tripods. He's got quite a few shock troopers there as well. Actually an AA battery coming up for Eclipse there. And it looks like these Orcas are coming into play. But the shock troopers are going to use their plasma disc, shooting them down. I think it's only about 3 shots from a shock trooper. That is if they get a whole entire volley off. Will destroy a Orca, I believe it is. And there's actually an Orca strike coming down just to destroy that tripod husk there, denying ILUV any ability to capture it. And we can actually see ILUV, he's just going to start storming in. He's going to start taking out structures left, right, and center. And Eclipse is going to have to get that railguns upgrade out if he wants a chance to survive it all. But the tripods are just continuing to march forward. There's 1 and 2 war factories. Still only 2 war factories pumping them. But I mean, there's about 8 on the field at the moment. 9 on the field at the moment that I can count, and also the shock troopers are going to do quite a bit of damage against these Predators as well, because plasma discs are very, very strong. And there is the railgun upgrade coming out, but I think there's just going to be too many tripods. We're going to turn on the health bars, absolutely. Look at that, all the Predators very, very low health, and they are just absolutely dropping like flies. 2 going down. There is another one. They are just getting absolutely massacred. This is going to go in the favor of ILUV, I believe. But there is the... I forget what it's called. That's terrible. It is the... I'm just going to completely... Phase field. No. I'm just going to completely forget what it's called. There is the jiggly thing that makes your units invincible. Well, not invincible, but very, very hard to kill. And it is actually being applied to 3 tripods, and they're going to walk over, try and crush these Predators. There's 1 tripod still in its normal functioning state, and it is marching onwards back to the base and still firing at the same time. And these husks is not good for ILUV. He really needs to get them destroyed before Eclipse can capture them with the engineers, which is actually what he's going to do right now. And a nerve center goes down. He must have actually lost his tier 2 somewhere in the process. I missed it, and I'm sorry for that, but shit happens. So here we go. He's actually trying to take down that husk. So Eclipse only managing to get 1 husk, which is not too bad for ILUV. He did quite a good effort to keep it at a limited number, and we can actually see there is no Tiberium left on the field for ILUV. For Eclipse, he's still got a little bit in the main field. In the middle field, and just a couple of dwindling pieces of Tiberium in the main field. And he's still got he's still got about 6 or 7 tripods out, and he's going to continue to spam those status. I keep forgetting what these are called. I'm terrible at this. Status chambers. And we can actually see harvesters are going to start moving out to the base of Eclipse. We did not want this at all. I hope that was not like just harvesters moving out by themselves, but I hope it was actually ILUV just moving for the, for some reason, even though I really think he shouldn't have. And there we go, he's going to turn around go back to base because he realizes that predators are very, very deadly to harvesters. And here we go. We can see one assimilator coming up. He's going to try and capture that spike at the top. He's actually stopped to take a rest, going invisible. Now he is visible again, and this is going to be a battle right here coming through. There's a status chamber going over that tier 4 and the mammoth tank. That's very, very good. Stopping that tier 4 from being able to drop zone troopers is very, very vital when you have tripods out on the field, because zone troopers will absolutely rip through tripods. And here we go, very, very nice. He's actually managed to take down just about every single predator. Well, every single predator. The Annihilator tripod, that was captured from him, and there's only 2 mammoth tanks sitting out here. And Eclipse has been defeated. He's given up right there. And very, very nice game. Well, not very, but good game. I love doing, a pretty good job of keeping Eclipse contained in his base. And Eclipse, he probably should have pushed out earlier than he did. I reckon he would have been able to do a lot more damage than he could. If we take a look at the money, Eclipse was on about 12,000 a minute, whereas ILUV was on about 3.5. So, great game. That was day number 5 of CAS today, and I'll see you tomorrow, ladies.